Hi, this is my third video for second unit of engineering thermodynamics, and it talks about second law of thermodynamics statements and its violation. Welcome to video, and I am now moving to the first statement of second law of thermodynamics called Clausius statement. Which tells that it is impossible for a self-acting machine working in a cyclic process unaided by any external agency to convey heat from a body at a lower temperature to the body at a higher temperature, which means that whatever we have discussed in the last video is nothing but heat could not be transferred from lower temperature to the higher temperature, that is reversible to spontaneous direction, right? So here he is also mentioning the same statement in a different terms, that is, it is impossible for a machine which is working in a cyclic process. Okay, so if you use any external agencies, this reversible direction transformation could be possible, but without any aid of external agency, it is not at all possible for a body to transfer the heat from the lower temperature to the higher temperature. Okay, so heat cannot pass from colder to hotter body. So this is a simple way by which you can keep remember of Clausius statement. And of course, if you are writing the formula for coefficient of performance of a reversed heat engine is Q by W, then if there is no work input 0, then this term would become indefinite, which condition called impossible. So thus, without any aid, if you are giving any external power supply, means this could be possible, but without any external work agency, it is not at all possible. So only alternate is that some external work must be provided to the machine, and a perpetual motion machine of second kind is a machine which violates the Clausius statement of second law and transferring the heat at a lower temperature to the higher temperature. Okay, and this is the violation statement for next law that I will explain you later. And the second statement is of Kelvin Planck statement, also called as heat engine statement, states it is impossible to devise a cyclically operating heat engine, the effect of which is to absorb energy in the form of heat from a single thermal reservoir to deliver an equal amount of work. Okay, so here already we have discussed that there is no any circumference in which the Q2 or heat loss can be avoided. Okay, so the same statement is only spelled out here, that is, if there is entry of heat supply and exit of heat supply is also possible. Okay, it should be there. If there is heat supply, heat rejection should be there. If there is entry, exit should be there. Okay, that we cannot avoid at any circumference. And thus, if a engine does that work, then it is called a perpetual motion machine of second kind, which violates the Kelvin Planck statement. And this indicates that it is impossible to build a heat engine with higher percentage, 100% of thermal efficiency. That is, if all the heat supplied to the system is converted into work, means that the engine is capable of giving the work with 100%. Okay, so 100% efficiency of any body, any object, anything is not at all possible, is not available. Okay, and thus the second law is also tells the same, that if there is no any engine without heat rejection. Clausius violator is shown here. Violator means which does not following the Clausius statement, and here it is shown the heat pump. Its work is to maintain a higher temperature compared to the atmospheric condition, and thus it needs to take the heat from the atmosphere and it has to store it in a place and keep this place at a higher temperature than the surrounding surroundings. Okay, for this taking the heat from the lower temperature of atmosphere, it has to use any work input, external work input as a aid. Okay, but here there is no any work input, but this heat pump is continuously maintaining a higher temperature, and that higher temperature is utilized for heat engine, which is converted into work, exactly equal to work. Okay, so the same heat loss is only coming here, is not at all possible. Violation of Kelvin-Planck statement leads to violation of Clausius statement also. A heat pump which requires no work, okay, and transferring an amount of QL from a lower temperature to the higher temperature, which violates the Clausius statement. Okay, and this is also showing you the next statement violator called Kelvin-Planck's violator. Here you can see very well that heat directly converted, the same amount of heat is completely converted into work. Okay, that itself is wrong here. Q in is there, here QH1, so heat loss should be there. Here the W could not be equal to Q. Okay, and the same way here, once if it violates, then automatically another statement also will be violated. So W is equal to Q, no heat rejection, which violates the Kelvin-Planck statement. Okay. Here is a simple diagram which shows the working of heat engine. Already I would have shown this, a source at the higher temperature of temperature T1, which gives the heat of amount Q1 given to the engine, and the engine is generating the work output of W net, and the remaining heat is rejected to the sink at lower temperature of T2. Okay, here you can see the PV and TS diagrams for the working of heat engine. Here first 1 to 2 is compression, heat addition, expansion, heat rejection. Both this heat addition, heat rejection processes takes place at constant pressure process, and then isentropic process or constant adiabatic process or this compression and expansion, and that has been transformed into this TS coordinate, which shows 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 or isentropic process, and constant pressure heat addition, heat rejection process are shown in the curve in TS diagrams. And again already we have derived this thermal efficiency equation is equal to net work output to heat supplied. Okay, so finally we produce the W net or work output is equal to W out minus W in, and if it is a cycle, then W net out is equal to Q in minus Q out. Okay, for a cyclic process, cyclic integral of del Q is equal to del W. You can equate these two answers. Okay. This is perpetual motion machine of second kind, which shows the temperature from the source, the heat is applied to the heat engine, and exactly equal amount of heat the work is generated by this heat engine. It is, I hope this is PMM2, and there is no heat rejection. It violating the Kelvin-Planck's statement, and this is the violation for what to tell, this is for Kelvin-Planck statement. This is also, you can see, without any aid of external energy, the work is produced equal to same amount of heat, and it is given to heat pump. In that lower heat energy is converted into higher heat energy by the heat pump. Okay, so it is violating the Kelvin-Planck statement, and the Clausius statement is violated here. You can see that is without any aid of heat, the work energy, this heat pump is making the hot reservoir to higher temperature by utilizing the cold reservoir. So the heat is transferred from cold region to hot region without any external aid, and thus it is violating the Clausius statement. And you just ignore this portion, you just concentrate on one side. And very thanks for patient listening. In the past 3 videos, I have insisted you people to learn the fundamentals of first unit in detail, and in the second unit also we would be having all the derivations, calculations, and the concept followed in the first unit will be expanded. And here you try to explore about heat engines, thermal energy reservoirs, mechanical energy reservoirs, and especially this Clausius and Kelvin Planck statement are very important. If you could able to follow and grasp this concepts, then only you can follow the forthcoming classes very easily. Okay, thanks for patient listening. I am signing off, Dr. Susha. Meet you in next video.